Okay guys, so here I have a 2019 Chevy Colorado ZR2. I only have the Bose sound system. I did not get the navigation, and as you can see, it did not come with a center console, dual USB, and I was kind of trying to figure out if it was going to be easy or if I could even do it with the current system that I have. And I haven't seen any other videos online except for maybe one other person that's taken this off and replaced their like the brains of the stereo system. They didn't really, explain if there were any more plugs, and that was on the Bison version. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this off, and we're gonna do this together. Pull it off. I want to see if there's even a harness that runs from the stereo to the center console, so I can even put dual USBs, or if I have to buy the harness, run it myself, and what connections are in the back. So we're going to go ahead and take this off and apart, and we'll see what's going on underneath. So what you want to do is, if you're going to attempt this yourself, you want to get a trim kit. They're all pretty much plastic. So you don't, use anything metal that damages your, any of your trim parts. So I've never done this before. I've seen some videos kind of on how to do it. So this will be my first time. So we got a little bit here. Just kind of try to work our way along. Definitely hard to not slide around in here. It definitely is nerve-wracking because you don't want to, you're always afraid you're going to snap something off. Okay, so there, we got it off. They're just, clips holding it in. Just kind of forced in here. So now that we got that off. Okay, so as you can see here there's these 4 screws that you need to take out so you can take the head unit out. Okay, so it's going to be a 7mm wrench. There, take these out. Okay, so now we got those out. Let's see if the head unit just comes off easy. Probably not, right? Usually never does. So it looks like there's some clips here. Okay, so it looks like there's some clips just like the shroud that went around it. So you just kind of got to pull it forward, force it forward to get it out. Okay, so there's some connections back here that you kind of got to undo first. So you can give you, see those clips right there. Just got to undo those. I think there's one more down there, so we can get the head unit off. So I need a small screwdriver. Well, I'll tell you right now that this is not fun. Okay, so we got one out. Now I just gotta get this other one. Definitely would probably help if you had somebody in here to help you. Okay, so that one's out, and this last clip is just being a pain in the butt. It's just this very last one that doesn't seem to want to come out. There we go. And I broke it. It'll still go in. It's not a huge deal. That little thing was a pain in the butt. So now we can remove the face piece. And here's what the back of that looked like. So we got this plug down here and these two plugs back here. So here we have the inside. This thing is just not wanting to focus very well. Okay, so there were the plugs. As you can see, that little plastic part right here I broke off, but it'll still plug in. It's not a huge deal. Here's this plug here, and then we have this plug down here. You just push in the top of this and pull it out. It was easy. So now this is what we got inside here. There's the brains. So now I want to pull this out, and I want to see at the bottom if there are any plug-ins that we could use here. So we'll get working on that. So there's just a couple clips up here, and I think you can just pull this forward. It's going to be super tight. So that comes out like that. And if you're curious, this is what the model and part number and everything is. Yeah, there's like, let's see here. I keep hitting my head on this freaking rear view mirror. See that? Right here. So we can shine some light here. So that one, I don't know what that is. That might actually be for the GPS. Oh my God. This is really not fun. There's two ports. So there's the white one, which I don't know what that's for. There's the white one, blue one, which I don't know what that's for. And then there's the blue antennas. They kind of look like they're for maybe antennas. But those seem to be the only spots that are left open. I don't know what those are for, but if you were thinking about adding something, there's nothing. It's just those two, what I'm assuming are antennas. And I don't know what those would be for, because we have, you know, the XM, and we have one for the LTE. I don't know what those other two are for. Unless one of these are already for the USBs and they ran the harness for us already, which I'm going to find out too. So that's it. There's nothing to add in the back of this head, in the back of the brains here of the head unit. So whatever is going to be here is going to be here, unless you got the nav unit. So like I said, this is not the navigation. This is just the Bose. So unless they ran the harness for you, everything is pretty much already gonna be here. I'm gonna try to get this back in. What a pain in my ass. There we go. Okay. So now I gotta put the head unit back in. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take apart the center console, and we'll see if there's anything in the middle there. So stay tuned for part 2. Okay guys, so here we are. We're going to try to take apart the center console here to see what's underneath. So I'll take everything I have inside kind of out. So from what I gather, I think we need to pry along here to get this up. Okay. All right, so we do have it up now. So maybe I can see without lifting it up all the way. As you can see, there's a clip right there. There's a clip in the back. And then it kind of just... There's a clip there in the front, 2 in the front. And it looks like there's 1 wire for the wireless charger. Let's see. Alright, well that was easy. Where the hell was that light? Maybe they got rid of it. So here, as you can see, I pulled it out. You don't have to unclip anything. You just pop out those clips to bring up the center console. Here's the wireless charger that's underneath. 1 connection. That's all we see here. Here's what's down in the center here. This kind of looks like some connections for maybe the seats and the seat warmers. And then here's what it looks like down inside the center console. So it doesn't look like they were nice enough to run that USB connection. So it doesn't look like you're able to do it if you only have the Bose system. So that's kind of a downer. Yeah, there's nothing. I don't see any extra wires to run, connect to, but it does look like your rear connections are right there. That's one for the USBs and one for the cigarette lighter plug, but the only thing is those only provide power. You can't connect to Android Auto, which I was kind of hoping to do with the center console. So that's pretty much it, guys. That is the teardown of the radio and the center console for the 2019 ZR2. If you're hoping to add dual USBs yourself, doesn't look like it's gonna work, so that is disappointing. But what you might be able to do is how I have the USB plugged into the front there. If you don't want your cords, kind of all over the place, you can plug something there and then kind of run it down along the bottom here, have it come up through the bottom and then come up through the that dual USB port on your your center console. So it's kind of ghetto. If you have a long enough cord, you will be able to do it, and then it can just fish out the top and be out of the way, and then you can just unplug that if you ever need to and kind of shove it in between the seats if you didn't want it. But that is another option, and that's something I'll probably do. So I hope this gave you some idea. Freaking trucks. If you were looking to do something like this yourself, that is one idea. Like I said, you could run one USB from the middle there up into the front of the center console and out the middle, so you can kind of keep everything a little neater, because I know when I plug my phone in here, this cord is all over the place. So hope that gave you some idea, and thanks for watching along. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe for some more videos. I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.